Hey friends! Today we're diving into the world of MrBeast, the legendary YouTuber from America. This guy, with the highest number of subscribers on YouTube, has not only become famous, but has also amassed an incredible fortune. In this video, I want to introduce you to MrBeast's most expensive assets. These are truly astonishing and unbelievable. So don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss anything. The first item on the list is MrBeast's collection of private jets, worth a staggering $7.5 million. You might not believe it, but in 2023, Jimmy bought 3 jets of the same model, each costing him $2.5 million. But here's the crazy part. He sacrificed 2 of these jets for his channel. He blew one up and gifted the other to a YouTuber named Ratosha. Ratosha won one of MrBeast's competitions and became the owner of this $2.5 million jet. Jimmy still has the 3rd jet, which he uses for international flights to countries like India, Japan, and even Antarctica. However, these jets are nothing compared to MrBeast's $50 million neighborhood he bought in his hometown. You might think I'm joking, but Jimmy has purchased several entire streets with hundreds of houses. The reason is that Jimmy lives in a small town called Greenville in North Carolina, and he even built a large work center there. But his employees couldn't live close to the office, so Jimmy bought half the town to have his employees nearby and provided them with free housing. Yes, you heard that right. If this video amazed you, hit that like button and subscribe. Now, if you think these are the most expensive things Jimmy owns, wait until I tell you about MrBeast's $70 million studio. This studio is where Jimmy records all of his videos, and it's even bigger than a real park. According to him, it took several years to build and includes hundreds of rooms and thousands of employees. Outside, there's a large area where Jimmy filmed the 100 Days Living in a Circle video. If he ever retires, he could easily sell this studio to companies like Disney. Now let's move on to Jimmy's next record. Jimmy owns a large number of unique and custom YouTube plaques, such as the 50 million, 100 million, and even the 200 million subscriber plaques. He has over 90 YouTube plaques, and you can clearly see them just by looking at his wall. Jimmy has over 40 unique channels in different languages, such as Portuguese, French, Arabic, Hindi, and even Japanese. Since most of these channels have millions of followers, Jimmy has received silver, gold, and even diamond plaques for each of these channels. Altogether, these plaques include over 50 silver plaques, 20 gold plaques, and more than 10 diamond plaques, with a total estimated value of around $1.4 million. Now we come to the 5th item, which is truly insane. People have calculated that Jimmy has purchased about 80 expensive cars since he started his YouTube channel, worth over $10 million. In the past few years, Jimmy has destroyed several Lamborghinis and gifted more than 10 to others. One of these Lamborghinis was given to someone who took longer to remove their hand from the car, and another was gifted to a man who wanted to drive using a prosthetic hand. However, Lamborghini isn't MrBeast's only favorite brand. Jimmy now owns a Tesla worth $150,000, which he doesn't even drive himself. He has a personal driver who takes him wherever he wants. The next item will definitely leave you amazed. It turns out that MrBeast doesn't own a house and actually lives in a small studio inside his office. Although it's small, it's very expensive. The entire studio is 60 square meters and cost about $700,000 to build, with Bluetooth-equipped doors. This studio has only one room, and the crazy part is that it has a bathroom with a heater. As you can see, Jimmy doesn't need to drive to work because he actually lives at his workplace. However, this purchase is definitely not as smart as a previous one, and things are about to get a bit more complicated. In 2023, MrBeast bought 20 real tanks, some of which you can see in his videos. These tanks are of the M4 Sherman type, and according to official military websites, purchasing 20 M4 Shermans requires about $5 million. That means Jimmy paid $250,000 for each tank. Now the next item is ridiculously expensive. Jimmy bought a grocery store called Safeway, which is one of the most expensive things he has ever purchased for his videos. For every day he stays in this grocery store, he earns $10,000. Jimmy stayed for 45 days and won $450,000, donating all the groceries from the store to charity. Mr. Beast is truly amazing. The next item is the dream of every gamer because Jimmy spent over $1 million creating a dream gaming environment for himself and his friends. For every computer he bought for himself, he purchased 4 more for his friends. But if you think spending $1 million on a gaming room is unreasonable, let me tell you about Mr. Beast's $20 million spending on his videos. Jimmy has stated that he has spent around $10 to $20 million on his YouTube videos, and this channel is like his child. Each of his videos receives millions of views and generates significant revenue. He holds the Guinness World Record with his $300 million partnership, Mr. Beast Burger. When Jimmy opened his first restaurant, about 10,000 people came to eat his burgers, which was a big problem because Jimmy didn't expect such a huge turnout. Ultimately, he set the world record for the number of burgers sold in one day, selling $150 million worth of burgers in the past year. To make his videos, Jimmy needs expensive cameras. In one of his challenge videos, Jimmy faced a camera shortage and had to buy 300 cameras. That video cost around $4 million, with the cameras alone costing over $1 million. Let's move on to another interesting point. Jimmy has also sold some parts of his body for bizarre prices. Once, Mr. Beast sold a part of his hair to another YouTuber and donated another part of his nails to charity. Another interesting item is Mr. Beast's chocolates. In 2023, Jimmy said he made about $700,000 from selling his chocolates and spent around $500,000 to promote them. If you think Jimmy will stop doing these things, I have to tell you that he recently started another challenge. In this challenge, he's going to go underground in a glass coffin and win $10,000 each day. He plans to stay in this coffin for a month and win $300,000. And now for the big news. Jimmy has earned about $25 million from YouTube so far, most of which has been spent on making videos and donating to charities. Thanks for sticking with me this far. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next one, goodbye.